So today I'm out reviewing the Easthills Outdoors Jungle Explorer hammock, which is meant to be a 3 metre by 2 metre hammock. Included in the price, you get a tarp. Let's have a little look at what you get. So to start off with, you get a daisy chain that comes down, 2 of them. Some reasonable carabiners. Everything is branded as Easthills. Not a fan of the rope as a suspension, but it is what it is. You get some shock cord which attaches to loops that you then spread out with a twig, and that will hold your bug net up and off your face. The bug net is completely removable, which is a bonus. On the inside you get a couple of phone pockets so you can lay either end, and that's about that. Now, quality wise, as you can see, the stitching is good. It's a little bit haphazard around the zips, but they are serving a purpose. What I would say is these points that you're meant to run your string through, that one just ripped off immediately, so the stitching isn't very good there. I'm not a fan of the way the faff you have to go through to hold up that bug net anyway. I can see now what I should have done is just run one length right the way through and the same the other side. Possibly that wouldn't have happened, but it did happen. Any sort of stress put on it, it shouldn't rip. What I intend to do is I'm going to burn a little hole right here, and I'm going to run a ridge line through there right the way through, giving me the right depth. So the dimensions are spot on for a decent diagonal lie, but to achieve the dimensions, what they've done is attached 2 pieces of material together. So what that's going to give you is a taut ridge with inside the hammock. Same the other side. So realistically, you're getting a 1.5 metre wide hammock. Now, I have got in it and I have tried it. You can get a diag lie. It would be assisted by a static ridge line. It does work. It is a parachute material, not a ripstop material, so if it does rip, it's gonna rip. But they do last. I've had old cheap and cheerful hammocks for 5 years plus. If you look after them, they don't die. The mesh is definitely good enough to keep anything out that you want to keep out. And as I say, for the price, 70 quid to get a tarp, a hammock, tree huggers, you know, it's not really to be sniffed at. If I were parting with my own money, would I buy that? I would probably say no, and the reason I'd say no is I could get a hammock like that, which is the G43 for 30 quid, and then supply my own tarp with it and come out with the right same sort of money. If you look how much neater that looks compared to that, but that is my own personal choice. Few things I would definitely change on it would be joining of the material, the method of using the bug net, and the rope at the end. But other than that, it does a job. It's the right sort of size for you to get a diag lie. I'll leave a link down below. Have a look, don't have a look, do what you like. I'll put a couple of clips in now of, I won't, I'll get in it. How about I'll get in it? So, as you can see, you can get round and you can get a reasonably flat lie. Right, so I'm inside her now. As you can see, this is a bit flappy because, yeah, it's a crap design for the bug net with a central ridge line running right the way through. That should hold it up high enough. As you can see, I'm not actually touching that line, and sorry about the wobbly camera work, legs going forward the same, and I have got, yeah, a decent lie in it. I'm not going to lie to you. It's it's a lot flatter than the smaller hammocks. So would this work for getting a decent night's kip? Once again, the material, you are going to get wind blow through it. The actual quality of it, everything's triple stitched, as you can see. The zips are not YKK, but they're something. The bug net is removable. You have got frayed edges. I would say that that is big enough for me to get a decent sleep. That will bug me a bit, but there are ways and means around it. You can move around. Yeah, it ain't too bad. I will be putting a ridgeline on her, but Hammock and Tarp at the moment for 70 quid, it ain't a bad shout. Is it going to be more comfortable than a Frontline? Yes. Frontline XL? Possibly not. If I put my feet over the bit where they've joined the material, you can feel that ridge. So I'd recommend not doing that. But it is wide enough to get a decent night's sleep. The vast majority of the stitching is fine. Loads of little pockets, like phone pockets and that, to stuff in when you're in there. To stuff stuff in. All in all, for the price, it ain't a bad hammock. It ain't a great hammock, but it ain't a bad hammock. Yeah, have a look, see what you think. Can you get a hammock and a tarp for that money? Your choice, innit? I'm going to have a kip in her, and you'll see how my night goes. I might even sling Johnny in her, and I'll have a go in the G43. Ta-ra!